Conor McGregor versus Khabib. To me, it was a dominant performance by Khabib. I thought Khabib controlled the fight, most of the fight. The first round, I thought Khabib won the first round simply because he got Conor McGregor down. They both was landing like a little pity pat punches here and there. But when Khabib got Conor down, he controlled Conor on the ground. He was advancing on Conor. Now, Conor had some good defenses on the ground, but Khabib kept squeezing on him and leaning on him and putting his weight on him, even hitting him with little right hands on the inside. So I thought that round Khabib controlled and fought his fight for most of that round for at least 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes of that round. That's why he won that round. See, a lot of people look at mixed martial arts. It's different than boxing. Like boxing, yes, you can see guys land punches. You can say, oh, that guy landed the harder punches. He landed the most punches. But in MMA, when a guy gets a guy down and they not standing up punching or kicking, it's a little harder to say some guy won because you figure he was just laying on the guy. But no, he was doing some serious work up in there. He was tiring Conor out. He was putting pressure on Conor. He didn't lay on Conor and didn't do anything. He was actually advancing on Conor. Conor was just having some good takedown defenses in the beginning of that first round. Into the at the end of that round. So he was not able to do crazy damage on Conor because you got to give Conor some credit for at least having some defense against not having damage. But that doesn't mean he didn't lose a round big. I thought he lost a round big, and plus it was a takedown. So second round, I thought Khabib won handily because he not only got Conor down, he was ground and pounding Conor. Conor, he started, having a little fatigue, showing some fatigue. In the second round, he was unable to defend himself on the ground against the ground and pound like he did in the first round, and that was due to Khabib grinding him down in the first round and getting him tired for the second round. Now, the third round, Khabib stood up. Now, I was surprised that he stood up. Oh, he actually knocked Conor down in, what's that, round 2? Yeah, he actually knocked Conor down in round 2. I forgot about that, too. But in the third round, I thought Khabib stood up with Conor a little bit too long. Conor was able to control that round because it was a Conor pace. It was a Conor type fight. And I thought Conor won the third round. Fourth round, Khabib stood up with him. He shot on him, got him down, and it looked like a carbon copy of the first round with Khabib advancing on him and Conor trying to defend himself the best way he could. He didn't take any ground and pound or heavy ground and pound in this round, but Khabib was able to get it around his neck after he was ground and pounding Conor a little bit, and then he was able to choke Conor out. And then what ensued after that was a melee because Khabib got into it with Conor's corner, went over the cage. Okay, you can't go over the cage like that. I understand that Khabib had running up into this fight. It was a lot of beef between both guys back and forth, and things happened. We all know about the bus incident where Conor McGregor threw the dolly at the bus and all that stuff. So Khabib did keep his composure throughout the press conference that they had, and throughout this whole ordeal. But he let it come out, and it reached ahead after he choked Conor out. I would rather him, just take the victory in stride. He didn't have to shake Conor's hand. I mean, would it have been good for him to shake the hand and end the beef? Probably so, but he went another route. Some of his people came in, hit Conor. That was uncalled for. But let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'll have more talk about this tomorrow because I seen a Dana White interview that I want to talk about. I'm out.